co-teachers of a 5th grade English language arts classroom, and our kids were really interested in computer science. And for our project, we had students research complex text and then apply that research and create a card in Scratch.
Phones and their iPads and everything to school with them. They talk about playing video games, and so we realized that they didn't really have any background knowledge in how that stuff is made. And when we decided to teach about research skills, we picked a topic that they were interested in.
I think coding is for security, so people don't get on your computer in your garage or on a website. I don't really know what code is, but
they play video games, they bring their iPads or iPhones to school, but they've never actually created technology, so we wanted to kind of give them some background knowledge and along the way teach them their research skills.
And when we assessed them, we realized not only do they not know much about computer science, they don't really know much how to research and how to write a research paper, so we kind of had to back up a little bit.
I'm going to give you some strategies on how to research properly.
One thing that we noticed really quickly was that finding text evidence was a brand new skill for these students. So we had to model and we had to walk slowly through the text in order for them to understand and see how this process works. What's another word?
programmer.
Okay, yeah, put it down in your vocab. So if it goes in your vocab section, what does that mean in your writing? So one thing that we really wanted was to maintain rigor in the classroom. And so to do that, we picked 2 complex texts that we thought were challenging, but the students could still use them in the classroom for their research. And then with these texts, the students had to go through challenges and they had to persevere and they had to build stamina and really think about how they were working through the text. And this made them realize that when they were done, not only did they learn, but they saw themselves as a reader on a new level.
Practical real-world problems. The problem must be first modeled or represented mathematically. Yeah, it should be. It should also be.
So another big thing that we noticed is that when students get a complex text, they don't really know how to attack it. So we had to teach them strategies and ways to prepare them for this complex text and really tell them to slow down and dig deep so they can understand the true meaning.
In vocab, I found the word automata.
Okay.
I just didn't know what that meant,
So you wrote that down as a word that you'd like to maybe investigate further?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Kelly. Along the way, they learned, they built their background knowledge, they started using that vocabulary, and we were pleasantly surprised with them using it.
It was neat, and it's neat to see that when they use the words that experts use, and they use them every day, how much it just comes into their normal language.
Right, they were using algorithm one day. I forget what class they were in, but they just started using algorithm, and they weren't in math or science, and it was just a natural conversation for them, and they still are using it.
Yep. So for the students to create a well-structured research paper, we now needed to teach them how to make and revise this type of paper. We really wanted to focus in on developing these skills so that they are able to transfer these skills to their other content areas, and hopefully they'll be able to do the work more smoothly and quickly. Another thing we wanted to teach the students was not only what to include in their paper, but also how to craft their writing. We wanted them to be able to gather central ideas and elaborate on them, and then be able to put them in their writing so then they are able to clearly and accurately express their ideas.
And you're giving evidence to how you found your point. And your point came from the thesis statement. And then you explain your evidence. And then you want to make a transition on the concluding sentence, but then again still explain. So it's like a half and half type of ordeal.
Alright, so what is your lead to your introduction paragraph?
Do you know what coding is? It's more than just sitting on a computer all day.
Awesome. Do you want to read your transition statement?
You may think a computer programmer just lounges around staring at a computer and types, but they could change the world.
Thank you.
They were trading their papers back and forth and just using the language arts lingo to talk about a STEM concept such as computer science and coding and algorithms and all those things. It was just so neat to hear them talk about like using lead and transition words.
Now that they had a background knowledge and they wrote a research paper, they were ready to really apply it. And so they had Scratch, and so there was a lot of collaboration. And once again, we step back and we facilitate, and they go through ups and downs of frustrations and excitement of when they accomplish something.
And they were really excited to share their end product. So what they created, because it was around Christmas time, was an interactive Christmas card, and then they emailed it out to their friends and their family. And even other people on Scratch could comment as well.
So they were getting feedback from others around the world, which was really cool.
That was kind of an unexpected thing.
Yeah.
But it was really neat. The students were really impressed.
This is How to Christmas. When you press Q, it's decorate the tree. When you press W, it's stay up late. When you press E, it's presents, open presents. And when you press R, it's for the comment page. And Sarah commented that all this stuff, and then this guy commented that there was a glitch when you pressed all the letters at the same time, and this is my card. It's a work in progress. It's not done yet. Merry Christmas!
So have you ever coded before?
No.
Do you like it?
Yes.
Awesome. So what program are you using?
Scratch.
Awesome.
Is literally the one thing that the world needs right now. Literally everything is run with code, some sort of code. Electric systems, like Hunter said, cars, all sorts of computers, designing systems, and all sorts of stuff that we don't even think about when we think of code.
You guys in here want to be an engineer when you grow up? So we got a lot of career paths going toward that area. So do you think you're gonna need code? Do you think this is purposeful in your career? Yeah, I think they had a really good time. And it helped introduce them into the next part of the project.
Which was taking what they had built, that background knowledge of computer science, and then taking that information and creating an app. So
It'll be exciting.
stay tuned.
Ooh.